Hey everybody, this is Batfoot, and in this video I'm going to show you another way to make caves. The last video we showed you one way to make caves in Dungeon Alchemist. This is a new way. We are going to put it on digital, just standard everything. Grasslands flat, no water, no vegetation, and the room placement at water level, and create ourselves a canvas on which to make caves. Go, baby, go. Okay. So this is a different way to make caves, and here you've got the canvas. It might be a little big for our purposes, but we're just going to go over here to the terrain, find ourselves a rocky looking thing, crank up the brush size, and simply paint it all rocky. We might put some grass back in a minute. I'll show you why. And we're just going to paint it all over, make sure that we've got it all. And you can, if you want to mix and match, you can kind of add in some stuff to make it look different. Now, the next thing you're going to do is come over here to the terrain, and we're just going to go over here to the lower terrain. And we'll just start by lowering our terrain and making some passages. Super easy way to make caves. You can make some. The only thing that I haven't figured out, and do hit me up please if you figured this out, is how to put water in the cave when you do it this way. Because if you put water anywhere, it kind of fills up everywhere. You know, I could put water over in a deeper hole over here, but I'll show you what I mean. Well, maybe not. Anyway, you connect those two, you're going to have water problems. So we go back over here to the it's the lower terrain, and we can go ahead and make our caves. You can even make them a little bit different levels if you want. Now, once you get yourself a place you want to create a big chamber, you can up this. Make yourself a big old chamber, and if you want, you can divide your chamber up in, because you know these caves are pretty irregular, you can just divide it up by drawing the room, you know, how you want it, and leaving big spaces in between so that there's rocks in there. Takes a little bit of time. You can also, if you want, put rocks and stuff in there. Over here on this tab, you go just to the regular rocks, and there's lots of great cave things that you can shove in here to sort of divide the room up as you see fit. Make some places where people have to sort of go around or fight around. You can turn, I love to turn these collisions off because you can basically ram these guys together and create much better sort of walls and groups of things than before. Or you can just do that with rocks. You can find you know, a big old rock, put it in there, and if you want to make it look, you know, you can collide these rocks together so they look different. Lots of ways to sort of customize by using the collision tool there. And so there you go, an easy way to make these caves in Dungeon Alchemist. Of course, I would also say that the brush tool, which I'll show you in a minute, is probably my favorite if you just need like a really quick cave, and you're like, hey, my party's exploring faster than I can come up with ideas. Dungeon Alchemist new brush tool over here in the Place Objects tab will give you, you know, will give you Lots of things you can just brush on, like rocks or mushrooms all over the place, or these kind of rocks. So you can have a lot of fun with that. Now, if I want to make myself an exit, I can simply come back over here, maybe brush myself a little area that's my quote-unquote upstairs, and then I can come over here and sort of gently lower my terrain by grading it down until I've got somewhat of a pathway down into my cave. It's not perfect. I will say this raising and lowering terrain thing is more art than science sometimes. But you can kind of raise it and then slowly get it down there. Add a little bit of dirt around this cave entrance. It's dirty. And there you go. You can design it how you want it. Pretty easy to do, pretty easy to make a cave. And make yourself exactly what you want. So there we go, there's our nice little cave entrance. Let's mess around with the brush a little bit more. Put some cool stuff upstairs here. Make it something that's hard to find, this cave entrance. I could just make a whole upstairs grotto here. And we might want to put a bunch of mushrooms in our cave. And probably something creepy, right? Maybe bones? Yeah, a lot of bones got to be in the cave. You can make your cave definitely something that nobody wants to go in. If you want to go in that, I don't think so. I definitely think I'd want to stay out. And we can put some spider webs in there, definitely. I will say that it does sometimes, if you don't have the brush size low enough, you're going to get it on the up and down ends of your cave. But you can play around with it till you get what you want. So if you like the maps that I make and the stuff that I do, check me out on Patreon. We are the Gremlin Brothers. It's myself and some of my gremlins, and we have a good time just making cool maps and hanging out. There's only 12 of us right now. I don't know how many there will be when you get there, but it's a small group. We have fun, and we would love to have you come join us and be a gremlin. We'll see you next time on Make a Map with Batfoot.